It happens every year.
Are you surprised that your car's still able to run?
I am. I actually am.
Sean Rooney attended this year's University of Okoboji Winter Games. While on the lake, the trailer on his truck fell into the ice. 4 days later, it is being recovered by a special team of people, Okoboji Underwater Recovery Specialists, owned by Robert Kirschbaum of Bob's Repair and Tow in Spirit Lake and his sons, Jason and Josh. Whenever a call comes in about a car stuck or submerged in the ice, the team springs into action.
We've got a crew that follows us and they go with us everywhere we go.
Typically, there are 7 crew members involved in one rescue, but plenty of work goes into it before the car comes up.
Once we get there, we scope things out, we check the ice first because, you don't want to show up and then drive a vehicle out and then you drop a vehicle in.
According to the National Weather Service, ice needs to be over 12 inches deep for trucks to drive safely on it. Now, once at the scene, everybody wears life jackets or float coats in case the ice breaks. Each person involved in the rescue also wears cleats to grip the ice better. Robert Kirschbaum says everyone on his team wears GPS trackers too, for that reason.
Because there's no room for error, there's no room for margin out here. You're standing on frozen water. So you have to know what you're doing and anticipate a problem, hopefully, before it happens.
When it comes to an ice recovery, this team has to be ready for anything.
Anything, including diving into the frigid waters. Jason Kirschbaum is one of the partners of Okoboji Underwater Recovery Specialists, but he is also a diver with the team. Divers carry nearly 50 to 60 pounds of extra weight and equipment when going underwater in order to overcome the force of buoyancy. One piece of equipment changes from dive to dive, and that's the suit they wear.
Today I actually had a dry suit on in the water, so basically the clothes that I'm wearing now is what I wore. Had some insulation as well. We've probably got about an hour and 10 minutes total of being in the water before you start getting chilled.
But what about when the dive lasts longer than that? They would instead use what's called a Gumby suit.
That you can actually sit in the water for 4, 6, 8, 10 hours if you wanted.
Trust me, it keeps you warm. In my short time in the icy waters of Lake Okoboji, I stayed completely dry and warm.
Yay!
With any rescue, safety is the biggest concern. But patience and teamwork lay the foundation for successful recoveries. Rooney felt it was important to be here when the team freed his car from the ice.
Thing is, those guys got their act together. It's like almost like a fine-oiled machine. Each one of them knew the next step, and there's a lot more goes into removing one of these vehicles out of the ice than a person would think.
Reporting on Lake Okoboji, I'm meteorologist Lynnette Grant, Siouxland News.